sunny counselor, youthful school beauty, sexy salesperson. These are not enough. Now, Brother Yuan has met another one. A charming and gentle wife. This man used to be the top, rich, second generation in school. But in his junior year, his family changed. He fell from the clouds to the bottom. Not only did his girlfriend break up with him, but his roommate ignored him. But just when he was desperate, he suddenly awakened the perfect life system. As long as he spends money on the opposite sex, he can get. From then on, he reached the peak of his life. Isn't it easy? My name is Shen Yuan. I was actually a person admired by everyone back then. At that time, the school was buzzing with. The top rich second generation in our college changed a supercar. As soon as he entered the school, he could date the top senior flight attendant in sophomore. Damn Shen Yuan. The rich second generation is handsome, naturally has the priority in choosing a partner. He's not just preferred. He almost monopolized the right to choose a partner. I heard that many goddesses in freshman year liked him. Zhou Wangting's figure is not as good as mine. I just hesitated a little bit. I was a little slow. But I spend money freely. The enviable, comfortable life. It was brought to a halt in my junior year. Because of that disaster, not only did 3 travel agencies go bankrupt, but also owed 1 million yuan in foreign debt. After that, even if I asked my roommates to go to the internet cafe, they would coldly say, Shen Yuan. We don't seem to be very familiar. Do you think you are still the rich kid Fu Xiao? And think you can still call us and order us around? My former friends have all gone away. They all avoided me. There's no way. My parents and sister are living in a rented house now. I used to go out to open rooms every day. I can only live in the dormitory. In this situation, let alone the former freedom and ease, I don't know if I can live a good life. Until the next moment. Shen Yuan, it's over. And don't contact me again. I wish you meet a more sensible girl. She is Shen Yuan's girlfriend, Zhou Wangting. Hearing this, Shen Yuan was stunned in place. Ting. Our 3-year relationship is gone. You are so cruel. Zhou Wangting just snorted. You sound like a pure love warrior. Don't you know how much we have? And don't call me Ting anymore. You sound really tacky. Don't see me again. I'm leaving. My friend is picking me up. But at this moment, Shen Yuan suddenly pressed the door. I bought those designer bags for you. I don't think you will use them in the future. Why don't you give them back to me? Hearing this, Zhou Wangting immediately changed her face. You have some shame? I've been with you for 3 years. You only bought me a few broken bags. You want to take them back after breaking up? Seeing this, Shen Yuan smiled slightly. To be honest, I don't even want the money. Finally, let's relive our old dreams. However, at this moment, the person in the car rolled down the window and said, Ting, get on the car. There's no need to be angry. Little brother, where are you going now? Why don't I give you a ride? Ting and I are not in a hurry. Now I'm worried that you've been hit. For fear that you would commit suicide, little brother, I think I should safely take you home. Hearing this, Shen Yuan thought, murderer still wants to kill the heart without fighting back. He really thinks I'm a fool. Thinking of this, he directly put his hand on the door. You're a good man. I appreciate your kindness. But my home is really close, and it's just a few steps away. Wan Ting is a good girl. Please take good care of her in the future. As men must give women the best. Wan Ting has many habits. Bro, please remember. First, she likes to use Okamoto 01. Secondly, stockings don't need to be of good quality because good quality ones are inconvenient. She also likes nurse uniforms and police uniforms are her favorite to wear when applauding. Before Shenyang finished speaking, the man was already so angry that his face turned green. The next second, he roared away with the accelerator. Looking at the scene of them driving away, Shen Yuan murmured, Zhou Wang, maybe your choice is right. Forget it. It has nothing to do with me. I hope your choice can lead to your perfect life. But at this moment, a voice suddenly sounded. Yes, everyone should strive to live a perfect life that belongs to you. The perfect life system starts to load. The host, Shen Yuan, is 21 years old, 182 centimeters tall, 72 kilograms, with 87 wealth, 72 health, 75 physical, and 5 skills. Seeing this, Shen Yuan was confused. Is this the host? I'm not dying or trying to kill myself. Why do I have hallucinations? Then the panel continued to say, the perfect life system is loaded. A perfect life not only requires money as the background, but also the favor of the opposite sex. The real-time task is started. Consume for the eligible opposite sex with over 60 favorability, and gain the favor of this opposite sex. Task reward. The cost of spending for the opposite sex will be tripled. If the opposite sex's favorability increased by 3 points in this consumption, the rebate will be doubled. Note that consumption can only be made with deposits or cash. Looking at the panel, Shen Yuan cursed in his heart that I was cheating. This is not an illusion. Get out of here quickly. But when Shen Yuan was shaking his head desperately, suddenly someone called his name, Shen Yuan. A male student should be like a male student. It's just a breakup. It's not that serious. The person who spoke was his counselor, Li Xiao. I just saw it. At this time, in your boy's words, it's the most appropriate. Just break up. Next one is better, right? At this moment, Shenyang was stunned when looking at Li Xiao, because he saw on teacher Li's head there was a number. Meanwhile, the panel also read out the data. Li Xiao's favorability towards the host is 65. At this moment, Shen Yuan's brain was spinning rapidly. The number and gaze on teacher Li's head. That is to say, the perfect life system just now was not an illusion. It's real. Seeing that he was still stunned, Li Xiao quickly said with a smile, Shen Yuan, cheer up. Shen Yuan, who reacted, scratched his head awkwardly, saying he was fine. Seeing Shen Yuan better, Li Xiao asked him, the scholarship I mentioned to you last time, how you think about it? Submit the materials as soon as possible. This is the only thing I can do to help you. However, Shen Yuan said that a few thousand yuan is a drop in the bucket for my family. Why don't I give the grant to those who need it more? Hearing this, Li Xiao stopped persuading him. If you have any difficulties, come to me anytime, including emotional problems. Then I'll go back first. Remember to come if you need help. Looking at his leaving back, Shen Yuan thought to himself, here, the teacher meets the system's practical tasks. Can I really get double cash back for doing system tasks? Why not take this opportunity to verify it? Thinking of this, Shen Yuan directly grabbed Li Xiao's hand. Teacher Li, thank you for caring about me so much. Wait a minute. I'll buy you a cup of milk tea. Here you are, Teacher Li. Seeing this, Li Xiao blushed and said thank you. Meanwhile, Shen Yuan also received a text message. Originally, the balance was 87 yuan. Spending 6 yuan, there are 81 yuan left to buy milk tea. Now he received 18 yuan. The balance became 99 yuan. It seems that double cashback is true. As long as Teacher Li's favorability towards me remains above 60. I can repeatedly spend money for him. I can get the system rebate continuously. Then I have a chance to pay off the debts. With proper operation, our family will become richer than before. I will soon return to my previous life. No, I will surpass the past. But my current capital is only 99 yuan. It's too little. The urgent thing now is to get enough principal and find the right girl to spend money on. A moment later, Shen Yuan looked at his phone. He thought the money he had just earned was... There are 49,684. In Teacher Li's mind, I'm just a poor student whose family went bankrupt. If he wants to accept my expensive gift, I need to be careful. Time passed. An hour later, the bag is worth 39,800. It's this year's spring style. I have to say, it's a high imitation. Only then would Teacher Li accept it. I don't know if Teacher Li has a partner. At this time, Shen Yuan had already knocked on Li Xiao's door. As soon as she opened the door, Li was surprised. How is it you? Hearing this, Shen Yuan said, Teacher Li, excuse me, are you cooking? In the 3 years of college, you took good care of me. I always thought it was my duty. Today, I just understand the value and warmth of this help. This is a little token of my appreciation. You must accept it. Seeing this, Li Xiao quickly said, no. I am your teacher, which are my duties. There is no special care. I treat all students equally. However, Shen Yuan said that the bag was a high imitation. Only 200 yuan. Teacher Li, you know my family situation. I can't waste money now. Teacher, you have helped me so much. I have to do something. Thank you. Am I still a human? Although this bag is not valuable, it's still a token of my affection. If you don't mind, please accept it. Seeing Shen Yuan like this, Li Xiao thought that since he had said so much, if I don't accept it, it means I look down on him. At this time, I can't provoke him anymore. Thinking of this, Li Xiao had to say, I'll keep it first, when it's a holiday or your birthday. I'll give you a gift. While they were talking, a burnt smell wafted out of the kitchen. Now Li Xiao hurried over and shouted, oh, my stir-fried meat! My stir-fried pork is burnt. It's burnt, Shen Yuan. Haven't you eaten yet? Stay and have dinner. Hearing this, Shen Yuan smiled and said, As long as the teacher's boyfriend is okay, I can do it. Because he knew that only by getting close can he improve favorability and get more system rebates. At the same time, the phone also sent a message, 11,900 yuan. Current balance is 120,200. Seeing the money arrive, Chen Yuan was overjoyed. The bag of 39,800 yuan has triple rebate. After deducting the cost, it was nearly 80,000 yuan. I haven't spent 80,000 yuan before, but it's the first time I've earned money. And it was purely earned by myself. This is youth. This is victory. It's so cool. Just when he was excited, Li said to sit down and eat. Shen Yuan, what are you thinking about? Seeing only 2 sets of tableware, Shen Yuan was puzzled and asked if it was just for us. Teacher Li, where's your boyfriend? What are you talking about? I don't have a boyfriend. Why can't I solve this thing? Seeing this, Shen Yuan quickly said, Teacher Li, let me help you. Wait a moment. It'll be ready soon. But before he could solve it, a person suddenly shouted, What are you doing? The person who spoke was Li Meng, Li Xiao's sister. Seeing her sister back, Li Xiao smiled and said, Why are you so late today? Come and eat. Then he introduced her to Shen Yuan as his sister Li Meng. Seeing the murderous look on the other side, Shen Yuan said nervously, Hello, Miss Li. I've eaten before I came. I'll go back to school first. See you at school. Hearing that Shen Yuan had eaten, Li Xiao was a little puzzled, but he just looked like he was going to sit down and eat. After Shen Yuan left, Li Meng told Li Xiao that she had bad intentions and bold. A student actually wants to seduce a teacher. Back at school, Shen Yuan was walking on the road and was still thinking about who to spend money on, Teacher Li. On the one hand, they were just teacher students. And on the other hand, she wasn't a gold digger like Zhou Wangting. But suddenly someone bumped into his shoulder. After looking over, Shen Yuan was surprised and said, Lao Huang, what happened to you? Then he saw the man stretching out his trembling hands and said, My goddess Fang Minhui is going to the cinema with that bastard Li Zhangpeng. This person is Shen Yuan's roommate, Huang Habao. The Fang Minhui he mentioned is the class beauty of the 2nd class of 2020, and also Huang's unrequited love goddess. They have never had any interaction, and they never even spoke. Hearing this, Shen Yuan said awkwardly, That's it? But at this moment, they suddenly saw Fang Minhui in front of them. Seeing this, Huang Habao was instantly happy. He just went to the movies with Li Zhangpeng. Yuan and the others didn't go to open a room. I'm so happy. I still have a chance, right? Looking at his appearance, Shen Yuan didn't know what to say. The girl you like makes yourself so low. Huang, you can't get any good results like this. But at this moment, Shen Yuan suddenly widened his eyes and exclaimed, He also has branches on his head, and it was even taller than Teacher Li's. They walked and talked. Minhui, do you know Shen Yuan was dumped by his girlfriend? Shen Yuan is really hard to say. During the military training at the beginning of school, I shouldn't have encouraged you to take the initiative, and gave him drinks. The rich 2nd generation has a bad It's understandable temper. That he's arrogant with money. But he's still arrogant even after his family goes bankrupt. Anyone would be angry with him. Fortunately, you didn't get together. Otherwise, you would waste 3 years of youth. At this time, Shen Yuan looked at Fang Minhui's as decreasing rapidly. He looked helpless. It's rare to meet someone who likes me and generate income. Why is the number decreasing rapidly? No, I can't just sit back and wait. Thinking of this, Shen Yuan directly grabbed Huang Habo and said, I ask you, if Fang Minhui and I were together, would you mind? The key is that you can't get the class beauty. Do you think you're still the rich second generation who drives a 4 Series? But to be honest, I don't mind. As long as she's not with Li Zhangpei. I don't mind with any man. Hearing this, Shen Yuan happily said, Bro, I've been waiting for your words. I'm going for it. Then he ran over and shouted to Minhui. Seeing this, Chen Lin directly stopped him and said, Shen Yuan, what do you want from Minhui? However, Shen Yuan said, I just want to ask if you are free tomorrow. I've booked a table at the salary party. Can you go with me? Hearing that Shen Yuan asked her to have dinner with him, Fang Minhui was confused. Then he continued and asked her to accompany him after dinner. I want you to choose a birthday gift for my sister. If possible, please give me a reply at noon tomorrow. I'll go first, and we'll contact tomorrow. Seeing Shen Yuan leaving, Fang Minhui asked Chen Lin that I just watched a movie with Li Zhangpei and then go to have dinner with Shen Yuan. Is it okay? Hearing this, Chen Lin said, What's wrong with that? That's a top-notch Japanese restaurant. Shen Yuan is a bit arrogant, but at least he's handsome. Li Zhangpei only has money from his family. If Shen Yuan's family was a little better, he would be 10 streets ahead of Li Zhangpei. It's worth going. It's just a meal and shopping. It's nothing. I'll help you reply later. Time passed and it was the next evening. At this time, Shen Yuan and Fang Minhui to the Japanese restaurant. Hello, Mr. Shen. This is the double-set meal you ordered. I wish you a pleasant meal. Looking at the table full of high-end dishes, Fang Minhui said to Shen Yuan, I heard that your family is in trouble now. Don't waste money like this. Hearing this, Shen Yuan said it's okay. The Japanese food in this restaurant is delicious. But before he finished, he saw a scene that excited him. At this moment, Shen Yuan looked at Fang Minhui's figure and posture. He quickly reminded himself in his heart, I just haven't played poker for 2 months. Calm down. Then, Fang Minhui asked him why he suddenly invited her to dinner. Did Shen Yuan really want to help your sister choose a gift? Hearing this, he casually said that he always wanted to, but never found a chance. Hearing Shen Yuan's answer, Fang Minhui just said, Oh. But the favorability on her head kept dropping. Seeing this, Shen Yuan thought, was he not satisfied with this answer? The next second, he coughed twice. You often bought me drinks during military training, and you chatted with me on WeChat at night. I have always kept this in my heart. Hearing that Shen Yuan still remembered these, Fang Minhui was quite surprised. With the increase in favorability, Fang Minhui lowered her head shyly. But throughout the meal, because of Fang Minhui's perfect figure, Shen Yuan could only keep reminding himself to calm down. And he reminded himself to calm down. Fang Minhui saw that the total cost was 2,774. On the way, she was still thinking, my monthly living expenses are only 3,000. This meal cost almost my monthly living expenses. Instead, Li Jiang went to the movies. He said he would eat in the school cafeteria first and eat out next time. Although he is rich, but he was so stingy. Meanwhile, the system suddenly sent a prompt. The real task: consume for the opposite sex with a favorability over 60 and gain the favor of the opposite sex. Task reward: the cost of spending for the opposite sex will be tripled. Every 3 points increase in the opposite sex's favorability, the rebate will double. At this time, Shen Yuan looked back at Fang Minhui, thinking that it was 72 at first sight. Now, 76. The feeling of earning 10,000 yuan for a meal is great. On the other hand, Fang Minhui, she was more and more pleasing to Shen Yuan. Maybe this is the power of superpowers. Thinking of this, he directly took her hand and said, let's go. Shen Yuan still has to go to Platinum to pick a gift for your sister. But as soon as they arrived at the door of Platinum Center, they met an acquaintance. It was Zhou Wangting and her current boyfriend, Hu Zhan. Why is AI Wangting here? What a piece of shit. How dare a poor student come to such a place to spend? Seeing Shen Yuan, Hu Zhan cursed in his heart. Damn it, I'm a slave. How many bags did he buy to coax Zhou wanting to be with him? This guy is so in debt. Why does he have a girlfriend? Then Zhou Wangting took the lead to say, Shen Yuan, what are you doing here? Seeing them? Who is he? Shen Yuan casually said, what a coincidence. I'm shopping to buy a gift for my sister. Hearing this, Hu Zhan couldn't help laughing. You should go to the toy wholesale market to buy gifts. Can you afford it here? Zhou Wangting even walked towards Fang Manhwa. Sister, although I don't know you, but I kindly remind you, don't be deceived by this kind of person. We all know your situation. You're bankrupt and in debt. There's no need to pretend to be rich. No one will laugh at you. At this moment, Shen Yuan looked at the two. He thought he was really disgusted by these two people. They are really a perfect match. But at this moment, the system suddenly rang again. A perfect life should not be looked down upon by others. The reality task is to consume for the opposite sex with 好感度 over 60 and cause the negative emotion value of others to rise. Task reward: if the negative emotion value of others increases every 5 points, the host can double the cost of spending on the opposite sex. Note that this task can be stacked with 异性 consumption rebate. Looking at the prompts on the panel, Shen Yuan smiled slightly. At first, I wanted to give you some face. I didn't want you to embarrass yourself in public. But you two just had to make trouble. Now that the system has issued a task, there's no reason not to take action. Thinking of this, Shen Yuan directly took Fang Minhui's hand and walked in. At this time, the store manager of a luxury store saw Shen Yuan. He quickly asked the clerk to receive him, but the person was unwilling to go. After all, a bankrupt, rich, second generation has nothing to serve. But the store manager told him that he had to go. At this time, Zhou Wanting was holding a bag and saying, "I like it. I can pay for it." Hearing her words, the store manager happily said, "Miss Zhou, please wait a moment." Seeing the store manager's face, the clerk cursed him 10,000 times in his heart. On the contrary, after packing the things, he took out a box and then said, "Miss Zhou, these accessories go well with the bag you just picked. Would you like to try it on? The effect on you is good. It's just a little expensive. All of them cost 100,000. Hearing this, Hu Jin cursed in his heart. "I thought I could get away with a 20,000 yuan bag. Damn, you want to spend 100,000 yuan on a set? I don't have that much money in my card." Meanwhile, Manhwa said, "I think this handbag is more generous than before. And the bag style is also very young. Your sister should like it." Hearing this, the waiter just muttered absent-mindedly, "These two bags cost more than 50,000 yuan. It's expensive." But what he didn't expect was that Shen Yuan smiled and said, "Miss,
I want both bags."
And the accessories recommended by the lady just now." Hearing Shen Yuan's words, Zhou Wanting and Fang Minhui were stunned on the spot. Even Fang Minhui looked unbelieving. The clerk looked like he had seen a ghost. She thought what accessories he wanted. Didn't he have no money? Then he hurried forward and said tremblingly, "The two bags and accessories cost 130,000. Hearing this number, Shen Yuan thought it was interesting. After the meal rebate, there was just enough money. "I'll pay by card." Seeing Shen Yuan's handsome move, the clerk was about to cry with emotion. She thought it was in vain. But he not only bought two bags, but also a set of accessories. The order exceeded 130,000. And more arrogant. At this moment, Zhou Wanting next to him couldn't help shouting, "Shen Yuan, didn't your family go bankrupt? Where did you get so much money? Could you have taken out a loan?" Hearing this, Shen Yuan just glanced at her. She said lightly, "Whatever you think. You don't look like you're short of money. Why don't you buy Zhou Wanting another bag? It's only over 20,000 yuan for you. It's just a small amount of money for you. A man should be generous besides being elegant. Your AA is worth at least 600,000 or 700,000. You won't care about this little money, right?" Hearing this, Hu Jun was already panicked, because he knew that he bought the A8 with a loan. He couldn't tell Ting Ting about it. He was really poked in the lung by this guy. Thinking of this, he directly picked up his phone and pretended to have a call. "Who gave you the right to decide?" I said. "I can't make decisions on projects worth millions." Seeing the rapidly decreasing favorability of the two, Shen Yuan smiled. The negative emotions are easily reached. Forget it. I don't bother to argue with them, as long as the task is completed. After that, Shen Yuan took out a bag and handed it to Minhui, saying, "Take it. It's for you." Seeing this, Fang Minhui quickly waved her hand and said, "No, it's too expensive." But Shen Yuan said it was nothing. "It's just a bag. Following me, you were mocked and humiliated by those two dirty people. And humiliated for a long time. I'm quite embarrassed. Just take it as my apology." Please, seeing that she couldn't refuse, Fang Minhui had to say. Then thank you, Shen Yuan. But at this moment, Shen Yuan had already reached out to the other bags. Don't thank me so quickly, and this one, and these, all for you. Seeing Shen Yuan's action, Fang Minhui hurriedly asked him, Aren't these for your sister? But Shen Yuan looked at Fang Minhui with a smile. I don't know if she likes it or not. But I know, at least you like this bag. But Shen Yuan thought to himself, what a joke. If I really buy it for Shen Yuan, she would scold me for being extravagant, and then tell my parents. I originally bought these 2 bags for you. Take them. Take it, and I can get the cash back. Seeing Shen Yuan coming for real, Fang Minhui was a little flustered and took a step back. She thought it was already too much to take one. And the whole set. Would she leave a bad impression of a gold digger? But the next second, Shen Yuan held her hand and said gently, It's okay. This is just the beginning. We have a long time ahead. Take it first and then refuse. I will be sad. Just as Fang Minhui accepted the gift, the system sent a prompt. Congratulations on completing the limited time task. The negative value of this limited time task is 15. The system will triple the amount spent, plus the Yixing consumption. The total refund is 6 times the amount. The income is 786,000. Current balance is 786,356.